2, 3, 4. Baby.
All right, gig log, K-pop up, San Francisco in San Jose. I'm bringing with me just a couple speakers to the gig tonight, this evening, late afternoon. Sound at the venue in San Jose hasn't had a lot of great, I'm not able to hear myself well when I'm DJing, so I'm bringing just a couple of tops with me just to supplement that sound, also provide a little bit more stage presence at the front where I'm going to be DJing. But otherwise, pretty straightforward setup. I'm just going to be plugging in my laptop and my mixer into the house sound, and then maybe I'll daisy chain the house sound out of these tops, but we'll see. So I had the pleasure of having all my music erased just last weekend I had all my music videos deleted, and luckily I had a November backup, but now I'm going to be using, I think, Dropbox as my new backup solution. So within the last week, I've had to reclaim a lot of the music files that I've had since November. So it's been a lot of work. So hopefully I've got all the music videos and files for the gig this evening. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to drive over to San Jose. All right, now we're here, Guildhouse. It's like no one here. Told me to get here early, but whatever, it doesn't hurt to be early rather than late. All right, and now we're setting up. Not gonna win Mobile DJ Awards. Probably gonna appear on Bad DJ setup somewhere, but that's the setup. Right now we're waiting for dance teams to arrive to do their rehearsals. Alright, and now we're playing games. Dealing with a lot of IT issues. We're back on. I didn't realize we're playing games today. Now everyone are doing a virtual poll. Trivia. right, so it's the day after the Guildhouse event, and man, I don't know how other vlog DJs do it, because I had no time like whatsoever during the event to like record any footage or reflect on what was happening or recap what as things were going, just because I was running from one thing to the another. But hey, you know, on the whole, I thought it was pretty okay event. There are a lot of lessons to be sure. I think from what I could tell, people really liked the random dance. Random dance makes sense because, like, you know, ahead of time you can more or less script things. Like, you can figure out, well, I'm gonna play this chorus or this pre-chorus from I'm gonna play this song from this pre-chorus to maybe this chorus or this dance break, and then you just kind of do like a playlist, you know, for yourself in your DJ crate, like oh, I'm gonna do these songs in this order, and that way you can spread out. I'm gonna do some old songs, some throwbacks, with some like current new songs. You can sort of anticipate, like, especially with a random dance, people become more and more comfortable and also aggressive as the dance goes on. So, you know, you can start with the songs that maybe people don't know as much, or maybe a current recent song at the start of a random dance that isn't as popular. And then as people build up their comfort and excitement for the random dance as it progresses, then you can start playing maybe those I would call them, for lack of a better word, like K-pop Macarena dances. So the songs that are like really cheesy in choreography, but everyone knows. So JYP's Groove Back, or Momoland's Boom Boom, like, are examples of, like, you know, chicken dance Macarena songs for the K-pop crowd. But you can play those later as the random dance game progresses. And I think we saw that work well here. And also, to the latter half of the random dance, you want to start playing, like, you know, the ultimate banger. So, like, New Jeans says, "Oh my God," that was, for sure, I think everyone could see a mile away that was going to be a very popular song. So you can make sure that you're sequencing things in a right way, where it's not, you're evenly distributing that energy, but you're also building that energy for the end when you're anticipating more of a crowd to be into it. So yeah, the random dance part obviously went over pretty well at the event. Oh, so one other thing, the dance teams, they were so good. So if you're on YouTube and you watched it, K-pop dance teams, Eclipse is clearly a very popular group, and they're based in the Bay Area. Gave Sarah, a member of that team, finding an Easter egg during the random dance, play one of her favorite songs. And Grobu, man, that team, they are so good. Their execution is like top notch. Their production value really high. I asked all the different dance teams, like, hey, do you want to have something on the, you know, TV's projectors while you're performing? You know, no pressure. I can just put your logo up. Grobu came prepared with like this full-on, like, late 1990s, early 2000s era, like, desktop UI of them and their performers, and it was really, really good. One Motion, that team is also very professional. I think they're on the way up. So I would definitely say watch out for those teams. So Grobu, Eclipse, you probably already know, and One Motion, really awesome teams to watch and check out. So I think everyone loved watching those performances as well. The other fun thing was just hearing all the fan chants, certainly during the random dance, but also during all the performances. So having the K-pop fan chants for the cover dance teams was just a really fun, interactive part of the event. There was an issue in the middle where we had some games. I didn't realize that we were gonna have games at all, honestly. But we rolled with it. We just had them plug into my computer, and you just have to adjust for things on the fly, as DJs often do. And I think that was fun. Like, it was a little hard to hear in that venue, even with the two tops I brought. I think in the future I'm just gonna use the two tops as my monitors, just so I can hear the music, because I couldn't hear anything in that venue. And I might bring a better microphone setup in the future as well. But after we did the random dance segment and the awesome performances, we moved on to just free after party mixing. And that, I think in hindsight, I wouldn't have been as much of a DJ request jukebox. I would have been more in the driver's seat, control the flow as I would in a club setup, where like I'm adjusting with the energy, going up and down with you know, where the crowd wants to go, while not being too deferential to their request. So I can kind of control the energy and just like the transitions, such that the mix feels really seamless. The challenge, of course, especially with this crowd, is that this is like a very K-pop group that went to this event. So these are people who know like a lot of the dance teams, especially. They know like the choreography beginning to end, and not only do they know the choreography, but they've got all their other team members there with them, so they can do the entire choreography with all the formation changes. You can do voiceovers, figure out who's doing which. You know, I'm gonna be, you know, so and so from this group, so therefore I'm gonna be in this position in the dance. So a lot of dance teams, like, they want to hear their song a little bit longer played. But the other part of it is that if they don't know the song, they just stop and stare. As DJs, like, that kills you just because it's like no one's dancing. And so that means like perhaps I was too deferential to request, because I was only going to play the songs that it seemed like people knew the dance to. But I found that when I like broke away from like just the request list, people still ended up dancing anyway. So I just need to lean back on that and better control the energy and flow and groove of the event. But yeah, a lot of lessons, and I'm looking forward to doing more club events. We've got gonna be, at the time of recording this, I'm gonna be in LA, doing another K-pop top 40 event, and then there's 3 more in San Francisco K-pop club nights after that. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on my socials at DJ Peter Lowe, where I'll be posting about those things. So anyway, thanks for catching this gig log. Tell me what you think. I think I'm gonna try to record more of these. I ran out of storage on my phone, so I couldn't record like the last half of the event. So I need to figure out a different way of doing this, and also finding a way to record that's not obtrusive. But all right, I'll catch you guys all in the next one. See ya.